The Great Pyramid of Giza, rightfully called the Seven Wonders of the World, the seven impeccable monuments are truly remarkable constructions of classical antiquity. However, of the original seven wonders, only one, the Great Pyramid of Giza, the oldest of the ancient wonders, has remained relatively intact until the present day. The Great Pyramid of Giza, also called the Pyramid of Khufu and the Pyramid of Cheops, is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids in the Giza necropolis, bordering what is now El Giza, Egypt. As mentioned before, there are three major pyramids that stand on the Giza plateau. The last and the smallest of these monuments to be built in 2490 BC is the Pyramid of Menkaure that stands at a modest 213 feet. Some 600 feet to the north of the Pyramid of Menkaure, another pyramid towers above it. Larger and more impressive, this is the Pyramid of Khafra that was built in 2520 BC, which stands at a towering 471 feet. To the north stands the oldest and largest of the pyramids, built in 2550 BC. Standing at a gargantuan 481 feet, the unanimous voice of its countless visitors calls it the Great Pyramid. It is said that the Great Pyramid was built as a tomb for the 4th dynasty Egyptian pharaoh Khufu. The largest pyramid ever built, it incorporates about 2.3 million stone blocks, weighing an average of 2.5 to 15 tons each. Originally, the Great Pyramid was overlaid with an additional 120,000 limestone blocks known as casing stones. These highly polished blocks made the pyramid dazzle for several centuries until the 13th century, when the Arab sultans pillaged the outer casing stones to build mosques and fortresses in Cairo. The interior of the Great Pyramid is something that would leave one in sheer awe of its design, size and the skills with the help of which it was built. The original entrance to the Great Pyramid is 17 meters or 56 feet vertically above ground level and 7.29 meters or 23.9 feet east of the center line of the pyramid. This entrance was simply a hinged stone door built so effectively that if someone forgot its location, no one could find it for centuries. From the original entrance, there is a descending passage 96 meters or 3.1 feet high and 1.04 meters or 3.4 feet wide, which goes down through the masonry of the pyramid and then into the bedrock beneath it. After 105.23 meters or 345.2 feet, the passage becomes leveled and continues for an additional 8.84 meters or 29 feet to the lower chamber or the subterranean chamber, which appears to be unfinished and resembles a dead end or a pit. At 28.2 meters or 93 feet from the entrance is a square hole in the roof of the descending passage. Originally concealed with a slab of stone, this is the beginning of the ascending passage, which is 39.3 meters or 129 feet long. At the lower end of the ascending passage starts the Grand Gallery, a lofty hallway which continues the upward slope of the ascending passage, but is 8.6 meters or 28 feet high and 46.68 meters or 153.1 foot long. In the passage side walls, there are two sidewalks, 52.5 centimeters wide and high from the passage floor. The maximum width is 2.10 meters. After crossing the lofty passage of the Grand Gallery, we come across the King's Chamber, which is 10.47 meters or 34.4 feet from east to west and 5.234 meters or 17.17 feet north to south. The only object in the King's Chamber is a rectangular sarcophagus made of granite, as is the entire chamber. The King's Chamber has a flat roof, 5.974 meters or 19.60 feet above the floor. At the start of the Grand Gallery, there is a horizontal passage leading to another large empty room, the Queen's Chamber, which measures 5.75 meters or 18.9 feet north to south, 5.23 meters or 17.2 feet east to west, and has a pointed roof with an apex 6.23 meters or 20.4 feet above the floor. In the north and south walls of the Queen's Chamber, there are shafts that were explored by the National Geographic Society a few years back with the help of a crawler robot, where it was learnt that one of the shafts was blocked by limestone doors with eroded copper handles. Earlier, the camera that was used was only able to look straight forward. On 30th May 2011, after using a micro-snake camera that can see around corners, the Jedi project team were able to see all the sides inside the chamber and thus discovered hieroglyphs written in red paint. Even after studying the structure of this gigantic monument, all we can say is that the Great Pyramid of Giza continues to do what it always has, make us wonder. It is safe to say that no wonder it is one of the wonders of the world.